The PBA Elite League playoffs are here. From Bayside Bowl, 6 teams have come together to win the Elias Cup. Bowling heaven awaits. Bayside Bowl is rocking on a Sunday evening on FS1 as we have first round action in the Elias Cup playoffs. It's the Motown Muscle, guided by E.J. Tackett and Anthony Simonson, taking on the New Jersey Kingpins. Then the Akron Adams Splitters and LAX will see Las Vegas and Portland tomorrow night. And
Prather and Kyle Truth.
How are the reigning champion Waco Wonders not here? Great stuff from Marshall, EJ, and Kimberly. It is a race to 2 points. First round matchup here for both matchups today. It's tied after 2 games. We have the winners of a shootout in which each team will select 3 players to throw 1 ball apiece. Take a look at the Motown Muscle lineup. What do you see in this 5?
I see back-to-back Tackett attack.
Yeah. And we could very well see Sam Cooley in game 2. Based on talking with Motown Muscle. Jason Sterner, the 40-year-old, leads it off with a strike.
He's been a total stud throughout this competition, throughout the year.
The experienced, seasoned veteran, such a legendary career. Chris Barnes, his son Ryan, doing big things now, and Chris Mears, Motown. Lefty. This rock here.
Wow. Justin really turning it on at the World Series of Bowling.
12th year professionally, 6th at the United States Open in 2023. There's Richie Teese, the England native. These 2 teams came ready. Richie, a 1-time champion, the Shark Championship back in 17. First blink.
You don't mess with the honey badger.
No, Ballards have given so much to this sport. You think about it, between Carolyn and Dell, that's close to 75 years combined playing experience.
Both Hall of Famers, both just great champions.
Well, she was a 2008 inductee to the USBC Hall of Fame, 22-time champion PWBA. And there's a big one for Zach Tackett, who got inserted into that 3rd slot for Cooley.
Yeah, we spoke to manager Jason Couch right before this game started, and he said that Sam was having some trouble on the left lane, but we'll probably bring him in for game 2 when the teams change lanes.
Now Moore, B.J. Moore with a strike.
One of the prettiest games in all of professional bowling right there.
Chicago Breeze.
Jay, sorry about your Gators yesterday. They got demolished.
Did you have to bring that up?
I had to.
There's E.J. Tackett.
Did you see all the Gator gear he was wearing?
How about E.J.'s season, his consistency at 1 point?
How about the last couple of seasons? Just dominating.
Fell back in love with it, and Marshall Kent drills it. Come on, baby. He said he fell out of love with this sport. Just was not himself a year ago. What a transformation. Now here's a guy who comes in hot. 5-time major champion, Simo.
Only one player standing in this guy's way of winning a Player of the Year honor, and he's on the same team, E.J. Tackett.
Sorry.
Yeah, like I said, on paper, right?
Yep.
Do it on the lanes. Great start for them.
6th-year pro Packy Hanrahan, 2-time tour champ.
No!
Strikes a plenty in Portland. This crowd is loving it.
Great player.
New Jason.
Yeah, that was left the whole way, guys.
On that first shot by Sterner. Cannot clean it up. That is a massive mess.
Big miss.
U.S. Open. Barnesy.
You see a player go down to one knee after they let go of it, they like it. I'll have to ask Carolyn when we come back after game one.
Justin Knowles, who had such a sharp regular season. And Knowles, a little fortune there, throws his hands up in the air. Look at that difference.
Big miss there, but a great break for Justin.
Who struck his first time up. Oh boy, not this time.
Another 2-pin.
It's very best. It's cleaning things up like this, where we saw Motown blink. For Teese, he will do just that here. So Kingpin's on top right now. Original lineup that we received. Sam Cooley expected in game 2 potentially, but Tackett. Zach is perfect.
Yeah, he's ready for this. You can see it. And he's really gotten a lot better in a short period of time. He's really improved in 2024.
How about who Jason Couch, as BJ Moore steps up? How about their draft picks? Sam Cooley, Zach Tackett, Justin Knowles, Jason Sterner.
Yeah, not bad. Got a hook.
BJ, it's
I'm sorry, did I just say that? And BJ Moore threw it, and I said it's got like it wasn't. Come on. And the rest of our crew.
Tackett, back-to-back jacks for the Tacketts.
Hey, what a rebound after the open, right?
Certainly, it's the way you want to do it. Back to Kent. Tournament of Champions, and that's a rough one. Oh boy.
I mean, I can see Barnes playing that line because he's got a lower rev rate, but Marshall Kent's got a lot of paw, a lot of hand, and I would have thought he would be playing more angle.
Two teams.
Wow.
Wow. That's Marshall Kent, who's been one of the best in all the PBA this year. Anthony Simonson. Yep. Simon
know what's up. Come on.
delivers. Yes, sir. And for the Motown Muscle, what a recovery. I think that right there, Randy, shows how much talent they've really got.
Oh, there's no question about the talent.
They got to be the best 4 seed you'll ever see. 7, but the Motown Muscle are feeling the mo. They recovered nicely. What's this here?
He's going to look at another shape.
Stops working.
He reminds me of Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind. I mean, he is calculating, thinker,
Nice team game there, guys.
visionary. He really is processing at 1,000 miles an hour.
For what it's worth, these two teams split their matchups in the regular season. So for the Kingpins, certainly not cooked by any means.
And John, while we have a moment, we'd like to send our condolences to our colleague, Kimberly Pressler, whose mother recently passed. Kimberly, our thoughts, our prayers, our love go out to you and your family.
Easy to see why. Oh, your mom's smiling down. Chris Barnes will start it out here, and that's a big start as the New Jersey Kingpins aim to respond. Randy, it looked an awful like the Kingpins were in a good place in game 1. It fell apart.
Motown was relentless after that open, stringing a ton of strikes together.
67% strike rate for Jason Sterner in the regular season, and he converts.
Looking for his first strike.
And he's got it.
And you heard Carolyn say that the left lane's got a little more friction. Remember the 2 shots Richie threw on the right lane? Light. There's her husband standing right next to her, another Hall of Famer.
13-time champion Del Ballard Jr. and the 7 left for Justin Knowles.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
The next best player, Sterner. So Knowles really proved himself on this Motown Muscle team in the regular season. Right now. Back to BJ Moore. Well, hook, you asked earlier? That was money.
Come on, boys!
This year for this team, the brothers Tackett came up big in game 1. Zach is on fire. On Sam Cooley back in Morgantown in July for a championship. Marshall Kent. Uh-oh.
I mean, that is just so far.
Now, quite the conundrum here for Ken, and he leaves too.
Head scratcher for me.
You have a frame like that, and then it leads to this guy when you're already down. Tough for the Kingpins. 4. Look at the 2 men on your screen.
All right. That was me. Oh, I know.
Everybody up in the mezzanine knows.
Seven for Hanrahan. Mackey cleans up the 7. We got a tight one here. Kingpins have to win. Simo. 10 for Simonson.
Easy there.
Able to finish these off. It's why Motown didn't get up into the top 2. Simo finishes that one. Motown trying to put away the Kingpins. Here's a 2-time PBA League MVP. He's one of 10 men to play in every season. PBA League. The Elite League, Chris Bob. The Kingpins up 2.
Oh boy.
Oh.
That's fortunate. Again, you can see the wide right. That's the 2-pin.
I was thinking about it when looking at these two teams. One of the issues for New Jersey coming into the playoffs that they talked about, Randy, they were second to last in team strikes, strike percentage in the regular season. Back to Sterner. Jason Sterner. There it is. That's how the Muscle win. Struck his last time. So the Kingpins. Congrats to the Teases. That 10, he cleans it up, but here we go, RP. Talked about it, that difference between strike percentage.
And he discovered this place, and well, here we are.
Nice.
Some years later, and it just, you know, Portland, Maine is just a wonderful, wonderful city, and this place never disappoints.
No. DJ Moore on this left lane.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness.
Wow. A break.
My goodness.
Zach Tackett's been fantastic. An 8 that would not go. A roll-off. Best score wins, 1 ball apiece. Zach Tackett cleans it up. 2 teams, what a matchup in our opening first rounder.
Hates it. Should hate it. Not a good time for that to happen. Marshall makes a huge change, the adjustment, and doubles up, and now they can steal game 2.
World champion this year. And EJ, a new dad this year as well, does spare, but you just said it. The Kingpins, credit to them. We talked about their issues with striking.
In these situations.
The 7.
That was really good. Really good. And look how quickly the max scores change.
Tough.
Or we go to a roll-off.
And there's Hammerhand to finish it off, 208. Randy, this is why we love this here, all right? You get to see the best of the best in pressure-packed situations on their teams. Simonson and EJ Tackett, the 2 protected players by Jason Couch on this Motown Muscle team. Simonson, yes sir! Anthony Simonson in crunch time. Anthony Simonson in a big spot has delivered so many times in his career. As interesting a bowler as any in the PBA. Anthony Simonson, the 10! Hangs! Kingpins keep a pulse! Winning his 15th title of the PBA Tour Finals in Bethlehem, beating Marshall Kent in that title match. Now Simo. The 10 again.
The only player that's been perfect in 2 games.
Fitting way to start. To increase that max. More!
How about it?
Boom! Needing it, Sterner gets it.
Great shot.
That is high pressure bowling right there.
Burn it now.
The 7.
We're all tied up.
How about this? You're gonna pick the guy that you believe in the most in that very moment. No E.J. Tackett, as good as anybody in the sport, and Knowles delivers!
Great shot, kid. Great shot.
Jason Couch, press the right button.
He's going to go to E.J. Tackett now if Packy strikes. Packy has to strike on this shot.
Justin Knowles delivered. One lefty to another. Hanrahan! Cold-blooded! Deliver here. The tap. On that right side. Did it for Simo too.
Adjustment he made.
The Tournament of Champions king this year, Marshall Kent can't do it! The Muscle are moving on! Jason Belmonte's the only player to compete for the same franchise in all 11 seasons of the PBA League. They have 3 runner-up finishes. They've never been able, as you said, to get that title. Barrett and Belmo is how they'll finish. But throw it out right now. All that matters is that you're standing here. And it begins with Kevin Williams. Williams to Chris Vai for the Atom Splitters. Mark Baker, their manager, but Vai, such an influence on this roster. And Vai starts strong. Come on, this team beat the High Rollers in the regular season. As here is Thomas Kalka.
Good try, John.
Just trying to be you. Go ahead and give us the Randy Peterson approved pronunciation of Thomas's last name.
It really doesn't matter what I say, because every time I say it, Tomas says, no, that's not how you say it. Even though I think I'm saying exactly what he's saying. Okay, good. And then he'll say, no, you're close, but so I just call him Tomas.
Third at the 2023 U.S. Open. Second at the Delaware Classic. We had him earlier this season. He's got game. What do you like about his game?
Great touch. The only thing he lacks is that big high power rev rate. But he makes up for it by throwing shots like that.
That's just cool. Kaboom!
Oh my goodness.
It's like a bar fight breaks out.
Yeah.
If I've said this before to you, if I were stuck in an alley, I've never been, but if I were and I needed one pro to help me out, I would call Kevin McCune. PBA LBC National Championships Clash winner a year ago. You can see that event next week on FS1. Doherty, he likes his center, Randy.
Yes, he does.
10-time champion, future Hall of Famer. What a way that LAX finishes. You get here, you get to Barrett and Belmo. You want to talk experience and poise.
Tom, maybe the second best international player or European player behind Mika Koivuniemi.
Dick Allen loves this center. His crowd loves him, and he gets a little bit of help. That's why he likes it so much. 7-time champion.
Been an MVP of this event, but now Belmonte looking to create a 3-bagger for his team. Well done.
Belmo doing Belmo things.
Jesper Svensson's fresh off of his Lucky Larson Masters win in Sweden, the Storm Lucky Larson Masters. I was there.
How was it?
It was incredible. He was intense then. He was intense on the PBA Tour. Great champion and a great coach.
Kevin Williams starting with the strike and keeps it going here. Akron Atom Splitters. perfect through 6.
Let's go!
This is a team that took Vegas to the wire in round 7. All but 1 for LAX. 5 out of 6 strikes for LA. 6 out of 7. This is quite the duel.
He's sneaky, right? I mean, he doesn't look like a whole lot, but when you talk to the players on the PBA Tour, they all say the same thing about Tomas. Guy's good.
And the Atom Splitters, Francois Lavoie comes in hot. The 10 this time, and Akron has blinked.
Well, it's a great question, but I think you also have to ask yourself,
Just a little quick.
maybe he's so
Little
good
quick,
at
little
what
quick.
he does, and then when he does have the look, he typically wins, right?
Back on track, boys, back on track.
It just doesn't have that look stat to try to, does he change his game just to get more reps and then maybe lose what he does best?
McCune doing what he does best, Randy. 2 strikes for him.
What, going Brooklyn?
Well, no, not going Brooklyn. Striking, which a little bit of fortune there, but power.
280 to 279.
Fortune.
And another Brooklyn. What's good for one team's good for the other, John.
Yep. Best. But he has struck twice. Don Barrett strikes again. What a finish coming here.
Man, was that beautiful motion. Take a look at the max score right here, folks.
Oh, this is good. Dick Allen.
Yeah, it looked like he missed it off his hand. Easy.
Belmo.
Bad shot. Unbelievably bad.
Horrid shot.
Unbelievable.
And he cannot. Wow.
What an opening.
Format race to 2. Winner gets Portland tomorrow night. Svensson.
Easy.
The 9.
All right, needs to cover this and then get at least 8.
The Iceman needs 8. 12-time PBA Tour champ. 2016 Tournament of Champions. Crown for Jesper Svensson needing 8. That'll do it. It's enough. Atom Splitters take a 1-0 lead in this.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's right there in front of him once again for manager Mark Baker and his crew.
Chris Vida lead it off once again in this spot. So comfortable. US Open champ from 2021. And that's not a comfortable start. 60% individual strike percentage in the regular season. This time provides an open to start.
All right, pick me up.
Gavin Williams. LAX has to have this second game.
Williams perfect. 3 for 3.
61% strike rate in the regular season, among the top.
Yeah, there's a friction on that lane. Remember, no re-oil between our first
right move, boys.
second
That was the right
matches. Good.
Kaika has a 10 counted. In the second slot for LAX in need of a spare here. LAX has to win this second game, and he recovers.
Tampa Tom.
4-time champion, 15 wins all-time on TV. And LAX right behind them. Doherty cleans that
That
up.
was close. And I
Randy-
felt like it was hard too. It still kind of caught.
Didn't exist.
We never had these events.
Never once.
I never bowled anything like this.
Do you wish that this existed?
Absolutely. We traveled all over Southern California, and it was, I mean, it was a brotherhood. It was like family. and you relied on each other. I mean, it was great. And when you won, you celebrated together. And when you lost, you cried together. And there's nothing like team competition. The closest thing I ever got was bowling doubles.
I'm not going to put you on the spot now. We have 2 more nights of coverage. If you did bowl on an Elite League team back in your day, how you would have assembled it? Who would be the other 4 with you? That's our producer, David Bruner. We might need to get Randy Peterson's all-time. Don Barrett. LAX in control right now, but it's early. They need this matchup here to force a shootout, and for Don Barrett, that is sharp. That is of the game, and for LAX, this is what they had to do. Svensson punches right back. This right side, and it's one. He's been with this team his entire career. The only man that could say that stayed with the same team 11 years. A spare for Belmo, LAX. Back to Chris Vine. Portland Lumberjacks get the winner of this one. And that's big for Vine.
Come on.
Out of the break.
Go, boy.
What a great shot.
It's crucial to winning on this 42-foot Roth pattern at Bayside. Every championship team dating back to 2017 has featured a left-handed player.
Great point.
Frankie Chance. Sunday supper for Frankie.
Let's go, boys. One good shot each. One good shot each, boys.
In Delaware. Talked about just locking in. Everything that comes before the shot. So focused. And for Thomas, that is a beautiful looking shot for LAX in the 7th after the Adams Splitters applied some pressure. Lavoie, Dick Allen, 8 of 4 draftees of this team.
Oh, baby.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, he liked it.
Come on, baby.
That's 3 straight for the Adams Splitters.
Here comes the Express.
Boom. Man. Oh. The 10 did not accept the invite. Such a great line of bowlers. It's an amazing family legacy.
Really is.
In Elite League. Allen.
No.
Lee. Nothing you can do differently there.
That was really good. And I do think now that the left lane is the tougher of the 2 because it's really starting to hook. And I mean, that was a really nice quality shot by Dick Allen. And
Doesn't this situation look familiar
It really-
to game 1?
yeah, it really does.
If you're just joining us, Adams Splitters took game 1 because LAX
Oh.
didn't perform down the stretch for Barrett. Don Barrett gets it to go. He's trying to force a 2nd straight shootout here in our 1st round. Lumberjacks await the winner of this one. And Svensson. 7 fell. Crown a champion Tuesday night. Elias Cup winners. Svensson. How about it? How about that emotion?
And how big now is that solid 9 by Dick Allen?
This game. LAX has to win this to force a shootout. Svensson, his last shot was so on point. This one looks good too. It's great. Svensson, automatic.
That's why we took it.
Last game. The manager, the star, Belmo. No. Misery for Belmo. Adams Splitters marching on. And then there were 4, the High Rollers of Las Vegas, the Portland Lumberjacks, the Akron Adams Splitters, and Motown Muscle, the top 4 teams in Elite League, presented by Snickers all season long. Akron advances to the semis tomorrow night. Crowd is ready. Here's our semifinal slate. It is a race to 3 points format. 4 hours of bowling for you tonight. The High Rollers and the Motown Muscle, who got past New Jersey Kingpins in dramatic fashion last night. Lumberjacks and Atom Splitters coming up 9 Eastern time. The Portland crowd is ready for their Lumberjacks, and we will crown a champion tomorrow, 7 Eastern time on FS1 as we
Cooley. Leading off, Jason Sterner. Bowling second, Justin Knowles. Bowling third, Zach Tackett. Bowling fourth, EJ Tackett. And the anchor player, Anthony Simonson.
So they might be the 4 seed, but they're the hottest team.
Yeah, they're riding the hot streak.
19-year pro Jason Sterner from Rochester, New York, starts strong.
Here are the Las Vegas High Rollers. On deck, Thomas Larson. Leading off, Sean Rash. Bowling second, Matthew Russo. Bowling third, Matt Ogle. Bowling fourth, A.J. Johnson. The anchor player, Andrew Anderson. The Las Vegas High Rollers are managed by PBA Hall of Famer Amlato Monticelli.
Sean Rash, the 17-time champion, leads it off for these High Rollers. 10-4 regular season in that right lane.
Future Hall of Famer right there, starts off exactly the way you would hope if you're on his team.
Justin Knowles, 12th year pro. 6th at the 2023 US Open, and with shots like that, that's why the Muscle are here. Park last April. Ninja Turtle against Matt Russo.
It wasn't that long ago that he actually used that same style with his thumb in the ball.
For Motown last night, but a couple minutes before we got started, Zach Tackett was inserted, and Zach Tackett was pretty darn good last night, but he leads the 10 here. You see the brothers Tackett.
I think pretty cool, don't you? Especially going back to back. Zach and then EJ right behind him.
They feed off one another. Zach in his 9th year as a pro, and he polishes that off. Could be in for that roll-off as Matt Ogle, the 9th year pro. And that steady third slot.
I mean, we're game one, and these players are already pretty deep. So the last shot on the left lane by Zach Tackett, he was way in.
Oh, that's a resounding response to start the evening. Just a few months old, who's here as well. They're taking family photos before we got underway tonight. AJ Ricky Larson, Masters winner a year ago.
Because I know you like that. Let's go, boys.
Who knows what we're in for? Anthony Simonson. Yes, sir. Total strikes with 47, 66% on strikes in the regular season. Nothing Joe says, come on. Congrats on that MVP.
Off the rip.
It is a race to 3. This is just game 1.
This guy really turned his career around 4 or 5 years ago, and he's been so good the last few. Look at get that one back, but too far to the right, and the result is that 10 pin.
His wife Heather is the head coach, so he gives a lot to the sport as well.
He also gave a lot to that 10 pin on that conversion. See that Jackie Chan he gave it?
Yeah.
See how much straighter he's going there?
Yeah, up the line.
Yeah, that's kind of how his game has evolved over the last few years as he's aged. He's found a way to compete still by going a little bit straighter, keeping his hand more up the back of the bowling ball. As you look around you and everybody else, their rev rates are like 100 RPM more than yours, and you go, well, I got to find another way to beat him.
Back to Justin Knowles. That is a beautiful shot.
Man, has he been rock solid, right? Series of bowling, what an event he had there in Detroit, no?
He was
Pretty awesome.
lefty wonder. Week of lefties, but he was one of the kings. Russo feeling it right now. My goodness. Tackett on the Muscle, trying to keep track, and for Zach Tackett, that's more like it on his second shot. The High Rollers have the first 7 strikes toward bowling a 300 game. Should either team on tonight's show bowl a perfect game, Everyone in America can receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. To pre-register, visit gobowling.com. It's for some autumn bowling for all of you at home. A free game. Oh, goal. Just as I read it, RP.
Great shot.
Game 4, and in the roll-off, if it goes there, they're going to be a little sparky.
Well, we saw last night some dangerous shots.
And cover it. Instead, it was an open frame. It cost him the game.
Chance of EJ. We saw them earlier today in town. Brantley, his newborn, he's got a 10 here left, and for the muscle, that's some life. I'm seeing.
Right. It's all about communication. He missed it.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy, and everything just swung, and he was slipping with his feet.
Right, now look at the max score now, guys. Right here. Let me get my little tool.
Simonson is compelling a player as anybody.
And there's the breakdown.
Can't come through.
There's the breakdown. It was just a little bit inside a target.
You can feel it in his emotions as he cannot clean it up, and that's going to do it. That is a brutal miss.
What
High
happened?
rollers. The high rollers take game 1.
What just happened in the 10th frame? In the 9th frame, AJ misses a 10-pin. Simo misses a 4-pin? My goodness.
How about that? You go from the door cracking open for one of the world's absolute best to Andrew Anderson. Just a 10 left, but it is a moot point because the high rollers, look, they open this game so strong, 7 consecutive strikes. And they lead off game number 2 after taking game 1 and a bit of an anticlimactic finish. Some misses by some of the best. Rash has been automatic.
What a great guess and what a great shot by Sean to start it off.
And won the Illinois Open 5 years ago. ABC Gates Bowl is his home center in Rochester.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
this team, though, they've been built with stability. It's what led them to go in 10-4 in the regular season. What a year this guy's had.
Well, we talked about the left lane hooking more, but that's for the right-handers.
Yeah, not for that.
And John, if you're wondering why the right lane hooks more, even though both lanes are oiled the same, it's topography.
Knowles, the lefty on the right side. Yikes.
You see the percentage on this?
0.1.
Yeah.
And it'll stay there.
And we get our great stats from our good friends over at Lane Talk for more information.
Some blood in the water here already in game 2. That's a tough sequence for Knowles. Matt Ogle can smell it.
Another beauty by Matt.
Motown muscle lineup. Zach Tackett inserted. He delivered last night, all but 1 strike. And Zach's got another.
Do you see a little bit of EJ in Zach's game? Oh, just a little, right?
Jay Johnson. In a big spot with the muscle already down 1-0. Yeah, that's EJ Tackett.
He hammered on that shot.
509.
I mean, he hammered on it at the bottom of the swing.
The year for EJ. Just another year for him, though. The every year for that man. Anderson, the MVP. He's catching some nice breaks along the way.
Got a couple messenger and then that trip there. And right now it's a carbon copy of game 1 for them as they start with the front 5. Remember, game 1 for them, front 7.
Edmondson in that anchor slot. Simo this time steps up.
It's just destroyed Dallas.
That was something by Derek Carr in New Orleans. Rash. He's been sharp.
Sharp, he's been perfect.
That is just a terrific, terrific shot. at one point. The Kingpins had some momentum. And that deficit isn't getting any smaller. It is a race to 3.
Got to figure out a way to win game 3. Obviously, that's your only chance of staying in it. They're going to, flop lanes are going to go back to that left lane again, and I mean, they better be dialed in quick.
4 top 5 finishes this year for Matt. With shots, well, not exactly like that, but it's a strike.
He's been perfect as well, and talking about the difference between the left and right lane. Hooking more for the righties as that left lane tighter for the lefties. Matt Russo is an arrow left on the left lane than he is on the right.
Tackett. His draft picks Cooley, Sterner, Tackett, and this man.
Unlucky. Good shot, bad break.
Knowles had a 71% strike rate in the regular season. The Go Bowling Free America promotion.
You're going to try that again, John?
They hand me the cards, and we read them. And this time, that Jinx can go to bed.
You ain't got this!
They've got 8.
You ain't got it!
Back to Zach Tackett. He hasn't been the weak point at all.
No.
He's been the man in the middle who's been strong for this team. But they need more. And Bulls 300. Johnson, yes sir!
Let's go, get an extra pacifier for all that crying! Let's go, baby! Come on! Yeah!
EJ strikes it home, but here we go into the 10th. And it is the league MVP who was just presented with the Roth MVP trophy, Andrew Anderson, the best player in the league all year, trying to give America a game of free bowling presented by Go Bowling and trying to take the roof off this place. Anderson, that's one. That's 2. They're 1 from 300.
You want to throw it or you want me to?
For 300! Not tonight.
Oh, man. A lot of pressure out there. He got it a little wide.
Hey,
But wow, what a game for the High Rollers. And just keep striking. One letdown, one open frame could totally demoralize this team here in game 3.
Well, this guy was second in the entire league in strike percentage in the regular season.
And that's not how you want to start this.
Miserable.
Picking up move.
And that is a disaster. Came in winners of 8 of their last 10 matchups. Sean Rash hasn't missed. He has been nails in this leadoff spot. They had a rough weekend at one point in round 10. And then went 3-0 from there and had to look back. Justin Knowles. Matt Russo. The connected core of Anderson, H.A. Johnson, and Russo. Why this High Rollers team is here. Boom. To the group. Zach Tackett.
Come on, guys!
He's pumped this team up. He's been as good as anybody on the squad.
He's been as good as anybody on Motown.
So seasoned, so smooth, the 10th. At 4th at the Tournament of Champions this year. 11th at the Masters. Top 25 on the points list, the 8th-year pro. Out of Kingpin Lanes in Louisville.
Can cut the deficit to 1. Oh boy.
E.J. Tackett.
What a beauty.
518 RPM. And that was a big strike. After that open in the first, Johnson and they just
How
come
about that
punching right
one?
back.
Come on. Let's go.
How about that one?
None of it. Let's go.
That was good, AJ.
First player to win 5 majors before the age of 30.
Can take the lead. Oh, my goodness.
Does.
Oh, who doesn't, you know, I know we all love a great chicken nugget, but as a right-hander, who doesn't love a great trip forward? They really haven't.
Not. Maybe that's the break they needed. The MVP, Anderson. You just look up and the high rollers keep coming at you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For him on this left lane.
Race to 3. Russell must win this game to extend matchup.
Oh! Ash looking to extend the lead once again.
20-year pro does just that.
How about Sean? Has he been any good tonight?
Great
Put
shot.
him away.
Great
He's
shot.
been better than
Give
that.
me an
He's been
opening,
perfect.
Put him away.
Last night in Justin Knowles. Just not the muscles night. Kingpins in a roll-off. It was a great matchup. You felt like maybe that could open the door for them heading into tonight, and it was just shut. 298 in game 2 by the high rollers. Tour champion, 2021 Rookie of the Year. Second in the World Championship this year, E.J. Tackett, Matt Russo. His wife, a coach at Maryville University, at St. Louis. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I mean, that wasn't even close.
A big blunder. Big blunder. If you're the muscle, because he's been strong.
That needs to hold.
It
Nice.
did!
We're not dead yet.
Don't get him fired up.
The eyes of Ogle.
That is way right.
Oh,
my goodness!
boy.
We ain't dead yet, baby!
No! 0.6, the tour average. 2 opens. Back to back for a team that hold 298. Listen to this place right now. 23-time champion, Tackett, and the 10. Left their team this week. It's been tough. And now all of a sudden, cleans up the 10 viciously, and he is ticked. Big one for Johnson.
Not a good shot.
Wow. Did this turn on its head?
Wow.
He recovers.
That was some kind of recovery.
3 strikes to shut him out. A guy who does all his work in Las Vegas. Trains tirelessly. 16-time champ, 5 majors. Can he put his best together now? There's one. Nope.
Got it inside. If Simonson converts.
He does.
2 strikes, anything less, we're going to game 4. Over. Game 4.
The
Coming.
muscles stay alive. Yes.
Anderson needed a double. Instead, he goes light.
Now, when they've needed somebody to steady things, or when they needed to count on somebody, Sleetoff man's been the guy to count on. Like that.
Remember this last shot he threw on this lane, he got 5. Different ball, way in.
10. 4th at the USBC Masters this year. Got with Jason Belmonte and Sam converts to spare. If I'm correct, she makes cookies from time to time. And
She makes a hell of a chocolate chip cookie, I'll tell you.
yes, she does. We'll see Chris and the Akron Adams Splitters coming up 9 Eastern time, right here on FS1 when they meet the Portland Lumberjacks in our other semifinal. That's more like it for Matt Russo. Knowles. Highest strike rate in the regular season in the Elite League. Ogle. And that Ogle strikes. But one constant for Motown has been this man.
He didn't like that one. First bad shot of the night.
Yep. And yes, he does.
Whoa!
Off the backboard. Oh! It was an attack from behind. Objects are closer than
It was an assault from behind, you're right.
they appear.
Oh, ball right by the 9.
Yep.
On the hook in left lane. A lot of time in between shots. The older the player, the harder it is on body.
You want to be in rhythm, in motion. Here's Tackett.
How does that ball ever leave a weak 10? Oh, I was that program. I was probably about 25 or 6. Yeah. You can tell it was a long time ago. The picture is in black and white.
See it this October for the Strike Derby on Fox. The amount of athleticism that's required, the amount of mental and physical fortitude that is required in this sport consistently gets underestimated as Anderson leads 1-0.
Here in game 4, Muscle has to have it to force a roll-off.
Bingo. Only 2 spots in the balance tonight. The Elias Cup Championship tomorrow night, FS1. At it tonight. It's over Leg Adam Splitters 1-3. And that is not a good shot by Simonson.
Backup ball.
Yep, and that is a rough sequence for the Muscle.
We put Sean in that anchor position if they make it to the finals.
Well, they still have some business to handle here. They're up 33. Again, if the High Rollers win this 4th game, they've taken 3 out of 4. They've sent the Muscle home, and they're on to the finals tomorrow night, 7 Eastern Time, FS1. Rash remains
still perfect. With a trip 4, big shot there.
This Muscle team last year. Inserted in the lineup, and not his best.
The shot was better on the right lane, but that right lane allows Sterner to go a little bit more direct, which is what he's good at.
It's a point by you that I think people might not know at home, just how much goes into being in these manager roles.
You know, you've got the Ballards, and you got that man Amleto and Jason.
We got Mark Baker and Tim Mack ahead.
Timmy Mack, USPC Hall of Famer.
Goats. Russo!
Russo's been pretty good too.
Boy, does he need it here. He's the best in the Elite League in the regular season at right. And took a trip to Brooklyn, but it's a strike. I don't ask you how when you're down 43.
Yeah, it's not how, it's how many, especially when they're in this situation. Down 43.
If you're pro at Ogle. At Ogle!
That was pretty.
That guy would win any stare-down contest. Matt Ogle wants another night in town. Zach Tackett. Down 53. And Randy Peterson.
All but over now.
Las Vegas High Rollers set a mission coming into this week to make it to the Elias Cup final and to break through, deliver Las Vegas High Rollers history. With the High Roller, the lobster rolls here in Portland are fantastic members of the High Rollers are rolling on to a Tuesday night Elias Cup final in Portland. Vegas, the #1 seed, the best team all season. They lived up to the hype tonight, and they are one step away from High Rollers history.
I mean, it didn't really seem like it was that close, did it?
No.
It seemed like it should have been a 3-game blowout.
And with the MVP capping it, Andrew Anderson, left of target, but it doesn't matter. They swept the muscle in the regular season. The door cracked open after game 3, and sportsmanship by both sides. Hometown team takes to the lanes. The 3-time Elias Cup champion Portland Lumberjacks are axing again, trying to advance the Elias Cup finals here at the PBA Elite League playoffs. Well, the stage is set. Best of friends, tonight, enemies. They're on opposite sides. It is a race to 3 points coming up here in PBA Elite League semifinal action. Each game is worth 1 point. First to 3 wins. If we are tied after 4 games, we will go to a shootout.
Leading off, Chris Vi. Bowling second, Francois Lavoie. Bowling third, Tom Doherty. Bowling fourth, Dick Allen. The anchor is Jesper Svensson. The Akron Atom Splitters are managed by PBA champion Mark Baker.
That's special. 7. On the left side, they begin.
Hang on.
Oh, boy.
Your hometown Portland Lumberjacks on deck, West leading off, Graham Fa. Bowling second, Arturo Quintero. Bowling third, Tom Smallwood. Bowling fourth, Chris Prather. The anchor player is Kyle Troop. The Portland Lumberjacks are managed by USBC Hall of Famer Tim Mack.
No Big Nasty, no Wes Malott.
Graham Fa, the one-time champion, 9-year pro. The lefty, we've seen a lefty be a part of a championship team every year since 2017. And Fa, like Vi, has one left.
Getting back to the Wes Malott issue, he's been battling an elbow problem, and obviously he can't go. If he had any chance of helping the team, he'd be out there.
You're in a situation tonight with a franchise who's been such a staple to their championship runs, not available. Fa cleans that up, so spare to start. 2016, he owns the 29 televised 300, along with the 26. 2 300 games on TV for Lavoie. Here it's a 10.
If it goes 4 games, I'll have to finish on this left lane.
It is a race to 3. Arturo! Whoa! If you don't love that, you don't have a pulse.
I love Arturo.
Tom Doherty. Smooth one-hand release.
No thumb, one hand.
Just like that, baby. Hey.
No problem for Tom Doherty.
And way back at the beginning of the year, the players. Smallwood, yes sir!
Smallwood, splitting wood.
Tom at 66% the regular season on strike percentage. But a quarter century.
Former MVP in this event.
He loves team bowling. Tom Clark told us earlier today, he just flourishes.
Allen in the 4th.
And Allen cleans up the 10. Portland, they were 2-0 versus Akron in the regular season. These two teams have each won the Elias Cup 3 times, an all-time record. If you're Akron, certainly a deficit, but it could be worse. It could be worse. Winner of the Storm Lucky Larson Masters in Sweden. You were there.
I was. Yeah. He did a lot of that in Sweden as well.
How impressed are you with his just continued evolution?
I've always been impressed with Jesper, both on and off the lanes. He wins.
12-time champion, 2-time major champion, the United States Open champion this year.
Kyle, look how far right that is.
And Kyle cleans that up. A 3-time, the most recent 3-time champion. Quite the history, but for these two teams.
And 3 of the 5 players from that squad still with manager Mark Baker.
And another in A.J. Johnson, who we'll see tomorrow night when the High Rollers of Las Vegas meet the winner of this one. Here is Chris Vine. And the 10.
Wouldn't you say? How about 4 10-pins in 6 frames for the atom splitters to start?
Yeah.
Sorry, 3 10-pins and a 7-pin.
I figure that's going to be tough because they took the tiebreaker over the atom splitters. Their 2-0 head-to-head record. Graham 5. The 7.
Lazy 7, lazy ball reaction down lane, but last year Graham Faw was the brightest star on this team.
It's a Lumberjacks team that returns all 5 players from last year's runner-up squad. 4 of 5 from that 2022 title team.
Packy got drafted the very next year, went first, and Portland needed another southpaw. Speaking of southpaws, Francois just went Brooklyn.
Yes, he did. '22-year pro, Quintero! Medal at the Central American Games in 17. Tom Doherty off that crown, and that one went inside. 80%.
80% of the time. It's made on the tour. We get those numbers for our good friends at Lane Talk.
Back to Tom Smallwood. Up 18. Oh boy. Oh boy.
To throw shots, the tougher it becomes.
Tom started the year so strong, said he went through some ups and downs. Second at the Players' Championship.
This time the 10 goes, Johnny.
And Akron is back into this thing.
Do a 7 if they strike spare the rest of the game.
Prather, he held his pose, and that's why. Chris Prather, big time. Nicky Larson's Masters champion earlier this month.
Yeah, that came down to the 10th frame as well. Pretty exciting match.
Jesper.
Hello.
The 10 was helpful. This man, the youngest to ever win the PBA Tournament of Champions when he was 20 years, 357 days young. He's had such a successful career, and he's still young. And that is a tough one. Oof. You need 3.
Yeah.
And even in our first matchup tonight, we saw that go to a 4th on a night where the High Rollers were pretty dominant.
And I'm just wondering if the back-to-back oiling, where after you strip and re-oil the lanes and you don't give the oils enough time to sit and set up, I wonder if that is affecting the scoring pace here early on.
You're within.
There's a lot of people that think, hey man, that it has to sit for a certain period. Then there's others that, nah, that doesn't matter.
I think you got a point, because this scoring's down here. We'll see how it evolves. Troop, there it is. Troop, there it is. Lumberjacks at the opening act. The Portland Lumberjacks on top 1-0 on the Akron Atom Splitters. Here is our bracket tomorrow night, 7 Eastern Time, FS1 Elias Cup final. The High Rollers have never won the Elias Cup. Their opponent, either or, has won it 3 times.
You don't get to the Hall of Fame without having some street cred, some guts. You know, players week in and week out compete with injuries. And Wes is no different.
Listen to this place rock.
Into other players on the lanes, but there's still a ton of injuries that happen to players, and some are worse than others, obviously, but you have to learn how to battle through some of that.
Wow. Took a bounce. That took a bounce. It's a strike.
Bounce.
Wow.
Yeah, bounce and then bounce left. And he was hooking it on the right lane. What's he going to do on this lane?
We'll let the crowd tell you the result.
Look at how much hook that is. So now his option is he's got to keep moving left. He's got a few more boards he can move, or he's got to throw it faster. Careful.
And converts. And just beloved. Back to Lavoie, who was fortunate his last shot. And again, the Atom Splitters now in need of a rally here off a tough start, and that shot from Lavoie leaves the 10.
Arguably the best coach in the world.
41 years as a pro, 4-time champion. Listen to the chants of Smallwood in his first year with the Lumberjacks. Tom's got a strike.
Tickled the 7-pin down. Tampa Tom.
To Doherty from one time to another. That one went in.
I believe 2011. What a cover. Wow.
Wow.
So Tom Doherty shoots 100 to Mika's 299.
And he has to be reminded of that?
That's heartless.
Jeez.
What a great conversion on the 3-9-10 though from Doherty.
I mean, I kind of think of a student section in a college game when they know that the other team's flaws.
Well, who are they bowling?
Right. That's my point. Lumberjack fans do their homework. Prather!
You see Prather's creating angle, and then he's using...
Now Dick Allen leaves the 7.
Just can't help but think when I watch Dick Allen, and then I watch Chris Pba on the same team, how much the sport has changed. It's the ability to be able to do things that normally we could have done 20 years earlier.
Kyle Troop. An all too familiar pose. Now back to a guy who knows how to win this thing. Fresh cut of the Iceman. Into the barber shot. And goes the strike shot here. Got a battle in game number 2. Atom Splitters. Pressure's on. Leadoff man in this lineup, who struck his first time in this second game. Again, folks, it's a race to 3. Not like last night where we had a race to 2. Lumberjacks looking to make this 2-0. That's just a perfect shot.
I mean, there isn't another explanation, because the lanes are oiled identical to our first show. But you can see just how much more angle the players are playing, and that almost cost Chris Pba.
Yeah, it did.
But they have to get it to come around the corner, and again, you do that with revolution, speed, and rotation.
Watch Chris. Do you think the lanes will get better or worse as they continue?
They're going to deteriorate. And that's why right now the Lumberjacks, if they can win this game, are looking for a sweeper.
It's the Quintero family reunion. Watch him perform. And his family here revved up. The man in green, Quintero. Lumberjacks well in control. Lavoie with a strike.
Good one there finally for Francois Lavoie.
Here. 6th at the Roth-Holman doubles with Jason Sterner. Made it to the PBA playoffs.
Yeah, it looked like he missed it. Stay clean, no opens, and maintain 42.
That's what allowed them to be in this 2-seed role, to not have to play last night.
Won another tournament during that event. And again, not enough angle. It needs to go more this way and then make its turn.
Kind of goes back to what we've been talking about throughout the evening. Nothing about this sport's easy.
No. Reaction?
This just suits Prather. This come in.
Yeah. That was just a mittful.
He is a machine.
That's old shark. That's old shark.
Chris Prather won the PBA playoffs here in Portland 5 years ago. Dick Allen with a 10, and the Portland Lumberjacks are going to be up 2-0. Just listen. Yeah, you see the amount of green here, and this place just on fire. It's like it's Mardi Gras in Maine in September when we come out here. These people just love to watch this guy. Everybody does. His energy is infectious. He's everything that's right about this sport. What do you make of this switch?
Well, I wouldn't question manager Mark Baker. He sees something that we probably haven't seen, and he's going to go with his gut and what he likes. And he feels like he needs a change. Look at that double dribble. It's still over hooks down lane for Chris Pye.
This team, this Akron team, was 3rd in strikes in the Elite League in the regular season. 56.3%. Perfect.
The only player on the Adam Splitters that's been able to strike enough, or strike at all rather, is Jesper Svensson.
And by that time, look, it's the anchor, but when you have the momentum, team member. And now calls Portland home. This is his home center.
No. You know that lane's tighter. That tournament that he led, he made this twice in one game with 2 different bowling balls.
That's unbelievable. And we saw Showtime.
I moved one right.
Yeah. So after an open for Quintero, Lavoie strikes.
Execution. Trust and execution.
We have not seen the Adam Splitters, who were so steady in the regular season. Seven.
Well, in response to what you just said, the Adam Splitters have trailed. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
My bad.
Yeah.
I got my bad.
This is what happened in Game 3 of our first matchup.
Yeah.
It's more like it for Akron. They made the matchup, the lineup change rather to Pate. Messenger. Five years ago in this building, world champion 2 years ago. Glove it out of his hands, Randy. That one left though. It's one of his weaker shots of the night.
Yeah, so.
Further cleans that up.
So that number that Mac and Carr were talking about, 22-7, that was at the Arrows.
Back to the idol.
Deteriorating, like you've been talking about. How do you stay disciplined while also knowing that that's in place?
Oh, you just have to grind, but I don't think that's the case just yet. I think it's just poor execution here in Game 3. Factor in the pressure.
And Svensson clears. Kyle was wearing that jacket in Indianapolis. Good truth. Not Allen executing here, 2-4-8 RP. Bingo.
And then Arturo gets up and he leaves 2-8-10. Yeah, I mean, it did. Nick Pate comes right out with a beautiful strike when he had his go.
It's left.
Yeah, that ball change for Vi on that left lane because he doesn't like what he has, obviously.
US Open champion 3 years ago completes the spare.
Kid. As is this man from the Great White North. Oh my goodness!
Phone lines open late in Portland.
Chicken running across the lane after something. That was amazing. That was so fast. That pin was like, it was upright, standing up as it slid across.
That was fantastic. So, meanwhile, here in game number 3, the Atom Splitters are only fighting for their season and fighting for their life.
Folks, remember last time up, he left the 2-8-10. He moved deeper, and that goes high. It looked like it the whole way.
Guarded.
Wow, I didn't think it had enough on it to cover that back pin, the 9 pin. They still have a chance. It's not a very good one.
It's been a mixed bag for him, but he struck his first time out here in game 3. And Franny does it again. Small wall with the 10.
And now they can't strike.
I'll go over to that left side. We will have a roll-off. Each team will select 3.
Ball change for Smalls on that last shot, but unfortunately, another ring and 10. The Lumberjacks only 2 strikes here in game 3.
Notice that guy had a beverage in his hand. If you're a bowling fan in Portland, this has been a dream night. You could have gotten here at 6 o'clock and just had a field day of an evening. 9 for Allen, who he has had trouble.
That may have been Dick Allen's best shot of the evening.
So the 9 for Dick Allen. These two teams were both 9 and 5 in the regular season. Prather has been so smooth. That's just a righteous shot.
Yeah, and he went back to the ball he was using on the left lane. Any mark will do. Oh my goodness.
It's an attack.
Just an absolute clubbing assault on the 9 pin.
That was a bar fight. Back kick.
Gonna look at Doherty again. Give him a shot. Maybe Doherty fares better on the right lane, but now this time he gets up there and really tries to open the pattern up. So we'll have to wait and see.
I got it over there.
Tell me what you think's gonna happen.
I think they're gonna win this game.
They've had better starts on the left side. Love the access that we get to these teams here on FS1. And this Akron team had a roll-off against Portland. And could not come through in round 10 of the regular season. A 10 for Vi. Arkansas, and then Svensson with the Lucky Larson Masters in Sweden. Spare to begin.
Staying with Nick Pate, Tom Doherty just rooting on his team, trying to stay alive. That's way left. Lucky to catch a piece of the head pin. That's got to be nerves for Nick. He hasn't thrown a lot of shots tonight.
No. Portland.
Another ball change for Smallwood.
66% individual strike percentage. Oh! Oh, man! Double duty there.
Way to go, baby. Way to go.
The Lumberjacks just chopping wood early on here in Game 4. Timber!
To Lavoie. This is getting fun. It
is.
Started slow, this particular matchup,
Yeah.
but it's intensified big time. Lavoie with a 10. And so this is not the way you want to open a game that you gotta have to try to force.
And Frankie's left a bunch of those tonight. Just a hard time with not enough rev rate to get it to come around the corner strong enough, so his pocket becomes smaller. One of the best hands in the business right here.
It's just so smooth. You can do it 10 times in a row, it'd be the same motion. Consistent as ever.
That's how you throw.
And that television screen or whatever it is, we'll get another shot.
Dick Allen, cash.
Now Dick's found something. You can see how much straighter he's going than everybody else.
Yes, this sport.
Look at Timmy Mack back there like a linebacker. Kyle. Yes, sir! We want to get out of here. We're going to go eat some lobster. That's what Kyle Troop just said.
Lucky Larson, title in Sweden. Svensson counter punches.
Wow.
Oh boy. The Lumberjacks would like to keep them rocking tomorrow night, 7 Eastern Time, FS1, when we decide an Elias Cup champion. Not fans of Randy Peterson, Kimberly Kressler with you. We hit the 6th. Lumberjacks just need to win this game to put the Adams Splitters away. Found with the spares, first time up here. Right there shifts this thing all into the Lumberjacks' favor. Could be his last shot of the season.
That needs to hook. All right. King on 5 in a row. This place could erupt with another strike here. Is he fun?
Yes. Yes.
Good looking shot by Nick Pate. Yep.
6-bagger. What would be a 5th consecutive title game appearance. Remarkable if they can accomplish it. Lavoie.
Different ball for Frankie, too, trying to get something to flip a little bit harder. Whoa, hang on now. Wait a minute.
Now held in PBA lead. Portland on their 2nd and 20. 3rd and 22.
Oh, my goodness. No. So close. All right, once again.
Yeah. It is again. Really clean from Chris Prey. They're all throughout the evening.
Get ready for it. Hey, start thinking about the next shot.
Our work here. Dick Allen needs it.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Nope. And Allen cleaning it up, obviously upset with himself. He just did not have his best night. We'll see you tomorrow night. The satisfying moment of the match is sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers, and it is a phrase that has been echoed for the last half-decade. The Portland Lumberjacks are in the Elias Cup championship match. When you think of the PBA Elite League, the Portland Lumberjacks are at the top of the storylines. They're in their 5th Elias Cup final appearance, guided by Kyle Troop, the pro with the fro, the United States Open champion. On the other side, the Elite League regular season MVP, Andrew Anderson, and the Las Vegas High Rollers seeking their 1st Elias Cup. Inductee will give it a go as they aim for their 4th Elite League Elias Cup title. No team in league history can say they've gotten 4. Graham Fa, the 9-year pro. Starts strong.
What an addition for that team. That man, Graham Fa.
Wait, Rash, Matt Ogle, we don't believe in this team. This team's not going to be able to get it done. This guy's been as good as anybody this week. He said this is so special. You compete in so many different competitions, and Randy, we talked about this throughout the week, and for those just joining us, is Rash Bears.
Sorry, slipped on a rock.
This is such a unique event on the PBA calendar. Team bowling is just different. This guy reflects it. Here he is. How shocked are you to see him?
Yeah, I'm really surprised, honestly. Into that 3-6 to cover the 9. Some players throw it dead straight. Kind of like that. That's a great cover. We've even seen backup balls going into 3-6, 9-10.
This is new dad, his baby boy Brantley here. His better half alley. Can he put it together tonight? Johnson has this stuff. So after Fa with the strike, now back-to-back spares for the high rollers. Fa, Smallwood, West Malott, Arturo Quintero, their draft picks this year. Toss with a strike. Bulldog champion. Just a terrific year for Matt. Converted 4 times all-time in television history. And that'll stay that way there as he just...
To make the 7-10 on television, the Ginger Assassin.
And for Prather. Playoff champion 5 years ago. And the guy in this 4th position, that was, when they went with him, nope, that 10 will hang, so they're without a strike.
When hitting the pocket. Remember the fast start for the high rollers last night in the semifinals?
Different case tonight. If you're going to win the Elias Cup, you got to be able to get it done on the right lane.
You got to win a game on the right lane, and that's what the feeling of the players are.
Troop, there it is.
He found it. He found it, Adam.
Oh, boy. You get him fired up. It's like putting oil in the pan. Spectacular. U.S. Open champion. Now to Anderson, who was the Elite League regular season MVP. 3rd in total strikes, 3rd in strike percentage. Tilt frames at a rate of 89.5%. Right now he's got a strike. He's got the 1st strike for the high rollers. 2nd round pick of this Lumberjacks team. Last night, this is what happened.
Watch this hit, folks. This looked like you running after a lobster roll here in Portland. That was incredible. I can't stop looking at that.
Crowd.
An atmosphere, an arena unlike any other in the sport. Bayside Bowl, Portland, Maine.
They'll be chanting foul all night. That's back-to-back jacks for Graham.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
He was drafted when? Like 9th, 11th? Late in the draft, right? 1st round?
Teams passed on him. Rash leads to 10 after being perfect last night. Race to 3.
And big mistake. And as great as he was last night, a mistake pin for Rash tonight. I've seen him in another position other than anchor. Here he is, the number 2 spot. That's high again, but this time it's a trip 4 for the big nasty.
Man, you two could have a sitcom together. Oh, well, far from perfect right now. This is the most adversity Vegas has had. We did not see him in that kind of a rhythm last night. Everything is going Portland's way. Let's see Russo. Yes, for Matt Russo, he continues his terrific play this week.
The Shark.
It's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great one for Chris Prather.
Daddy lockups, baby.
Championship team 2 years ago. So they got the experience. And right now they've got the upper hand. Oval strikes.
Good shot.
And now it's into the hands of Troop to cement it as Portland has commanded their way. The Lumberjacks set the tone to this championship showdown. A sharp start, an impressive start for Portland. And now the question, Randall. What happens when they go in the right lane?
Yeah, that's the key, right? Both teams talk about the right lane. It's a little trickier.
What do you think makes it tricky? What's the
What makes it
challenge involved?
different? What makes the 2 lanes different is the topography. Known West forever.
So, for Portland, a dream start. And now can this man turn it back on?
Little struggles for Sean game 1, missing a 10 pin and never striking after being perfect. This is another battle. Crossing over big time.
A rough opening to the evening for a man who did nothing but strike last night. An effort to respond and start with a spare, but for Portland, they got to feel good about things right now.
Legs under you.
Or being retained as a franchise player.
True. And the second most strikes in the league this year did Hammerhand, but Pba has performed at a high level to start the evening. Awful.
Yep.
And we are all Lewiston strong, and our thoughts and prayers are to that community and to all of those people. We're with you.
Hey,
the
Mason,
bowling community
you like
is
that?
with you, Lewiston.
Let's go, boys! Come on, we're
Well
not
said,
dead
John.
yet.
Well said.
That's why we pull them all.
As A.J. Johnson gives it his best, Kirk Cousins. You like that?
The Hall of Famer on the right side. Yes, sir, Wes!
Way to go.
Silencing doubters. Back to Russo. High rollers need to keep track here in game number 2. If you're just joining us, this is the Elias Cup Finals to cap off the PBA Elite League season. And folks, we have a race to 3.
Remember, left lane hooks more, right lane tighter. He's way in. Oh, my goodness.
Way to work out there. Good ball speed control. Hey, that was perfect speed control. Perfect. Ran him right over. See?
The eyes of Ogle always locked in. And he has a conundrum.
Yeah, and that was just wide right. Look at this number right here, folks. Ace for it, 8-10.
Right now, the high rollers are in some trouble. Blood. complete the Triple Crown. Second at the 2018 US Open. Three-time Elias Cup champion, Chris Prather.
Well, remember when they won their 3 cups in a row? Like Kyle was the leadoff, Wes was the anchor, and then they would fill that roster in the middle of that with Chris Prather. They had Packy at one time, but that was it was Troop leading off, Wes at the anchor.
Right now, the anchor for Vegas has to step up, the MVP. This is big for Anderson. His team needed that.
Great shot.
He thinks Tom Smallwood says it best. We don't have egos on this team. We have guys that support one another. Kyle Troop's just one of the great guys on tour. And he leads in.
As they did the left, just going with softer speed, they seem awfully deep on that right lane, which I believe is slicker.
Out average, Portland 218.21.
Ball change for Rash in his first strike of the evening.
Come on.
Redemption. Perfection continues for Graham.
It's not fake, it's fall.
High rollers grounding up, and AJ, that 10 was stubborn. Illinois Classic, 5th of the Missouri Classic. But this particular week has just been a little bit off of his best self. So now you're at 13, and now you're at the guy who, when we came on the air, we said we did not think we'd see Wes Malott because we keep a faith.
Oh.
8. Yeah, come on.
God.
Why do I have to remind you?
Oh my gosh. You want to talk about informative bands? Oh my Lord.
Yep. To Russo. All right, 13-pin difference here. High rollers trying to even things up. It's a race to 3.
Yeah, Maddie's been nice, right?
Great shot.
It's been a bright spot for the high rollers.
Super Steady Cheetah champion this year. Rookie of the year a couple years back.
Tough. It's tough. You get tight, especially when you're an older player. That's inside.
Ooh, yes, it is.
And crossing over.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you don't want to miss the 5-pin, especially on television. You can ask me that.
And such a key to this team. They've talked about his consistency. That was a beauty. Matt Ogle coming up huge, just like he has all season long. Here. To Prather.
Oh my goodness.
Chris Prather. When Emiliano Monticelli was not available to lead them, Andrew was really their de facto GM, their manager, their CEO, their everything, their MVP.
What a great shot. So much.
Portland cannot be shut out, but now Anderson's trying to do his part to even this race to 3 up. Oh, yeah!
Wow.
Take your time.
AA. He had a vision for putting this roster together. He's been a part of this team since 2020 with A.J. Johnson. They've lost to Portland a couple times. He said, tonight, we're coming back with a vengeance. I'm more experienced now. I'm going to bring my best stuff to this night.
How about it, Portland? Make it work
Best
for
stuff
us.
here.
Come on. You guys like that? Come on.
That's as good as you can do it.
Nope. The Las Vegas High Rollers have evened this up in a game apiece.
You're really missing out. What a great guy, great man. He's done a lot for the sport.
Whoa! Back to the left lane for Portland.
And the greatest international player ever. Now Rash. Rash back on the strike train.
He had that that adjustment, and now on the right side.
Ball change for him, and all of a sudden now he's throwing it better as well.
Three-time Alliance Cup champion with these Lumberjacks. Gets slotted into the second spot after not really appearing last night. Had a couple alternate shots, and it's for reasons like that. He's got the 3 and the 6, but I think that's why when we came on air, you were as surprised as you were.
I remember when Wes first came out on tour.
Clean.
Boom, baby! Come on!
Smooth. Back-to-back jacks for Vegas to
Down
open
one,
game
boys,
3.
let's
It is
go.
a race to 3 format. So no, you see match tie 1-1. This isn't simply it. You got to get to 3.
Rollers.
That's the guy. Now to Smallwood.
Different ball in that lane for Smalls. Great job. And again, we talk left and right lane.
Between being able to clean it up. Andrew Anderson's play. That's why they were the one. Matt Russo, 58% strike rate in the regular season for Russo.
Let's go. Come on.
And now to Prather. Give him 3 strikes on the night.
So good.
You just want to talk about releases.
So good.
Now to Ogle. He did have an open tonight. Backing that up and down game 1. This time for Matt, he's got a strike. There's an assault on the 9 there late.
That was a mugging.
What did you say? Got to win on the right lane to be a champion. For Vegas, this is how you want to start game 3. The MVP
Oh my goodness.
with maybe the worst shot of his entire week.
Take out the 2 and the 8. Looks good. How about that cover?
What a cover!
Good work. Way to clean up your mess.
By the Elite League most valuable player. Mess cleaned out. Portland down 16 heading into the 6th. One guy that they've been able to count on is this man. 5.
Still can.
Has he missed?
No.
6 for 6 for 5.
Sean Rash. He's caught fire.
good, isn't it?
Last
Yeah.
3 for him.
Pretty good.
Changed balls,
That's what I
moved in a
thought.
little bit, created a little more
Keep
angle.
talking, baby.
As you can see.
Nope. And it's much worse than that.
That long. You take out Malott. Had to be a reason behind it.
I didn't mind the shot.
PBA.com. Let me ask you this. When did it hit you in this league season? As he, well, barely, but he does clean it up. When did you think that they were the best team?
Still friends, baby.
Well, it wasn't necessarily that I thought they were the best team, but together and the way they gelled. I mean, you can make a case for this team being stronger, the Lumberjacks, right? Motown being stronger.
Lumberjacks had a higher average, Motown. But all these questions and all these different things that you bring up, and at the end of the day, they went 10-4. They dominated last night. They're dominating right now. And now, Randy, it feels like everything's swung in their direction heading into a 4th game where they won't have to be on that right lane. They'll be on the number 3. Prather does deliver.
Look on the right lane, I think, because it's a little bit slicker. But do you go back to West or you stay with Arturo? Uh-oh, hang on a minute. Don't go anywhere, folks. Don't go anywhere, folks. That right lane's got a slick spot.
Wow.
How about those two washout conversions?
That was nasty.
To have any chance, Troop has to strike out once again.
There's one. Big time from Troop to apply the pressure here.
Have any chance to win game 3? Gotta have it. Gotta hook. It hooks. It strikes. They still have a chance.
How about this? It looked like the Lumberjacks were left for dead in game 3.
If he doesn't strike on this shot, the Lumberjacks take a 2-1 lead. If he doubles, the High Rollers take a 2-1 lead.
Unbelievable. Can you get the right lane? Can you win the right lane? Anderson! Punches right back.
Come on, right.
Anderson! Man! MVP!
I'm the MVP! That's right, baby!
Game 2
And game 3.
and game 3 to the High Rollers.
Rally on the right lane, the more difficult right lane here. So they have their work cut out for them. They've come back before. They've had some epic moments inside this building. But Sean Rash, who has changed balls and been fantastic since doing so, has only struck, will lead things off here after an 8-for-8 performance last night. But those 3 strikes that you see, 3 in a row. High Rollers, a win in this game. They win their first ever Elias Cup.
And if you revisit the shot Arturo Quintero threw in the 7th, that was the difference maker.
Rash cleans that up. What are your thoughts here on game number 4?
Thoughts are the Lumberjacks are in a must-win situation. They have to figure out how to do it on the right lane. For the 2 major washouts for the High Rollers.
Grandpa hasn't missed tonight.
7 for 7, flat man.
It's incredible.
Major championship winner from Canada, Graham Fall. Washouts by the High Rollers, both converted, and that's what basically saved their game. So the Lumberjacks have to watch out for that slick spot on the right.
Saw Quintero waiting in that second slot.
Ball change. Good one.
Johnson's 3rd strike of the night. And in that last game, that cost them the game. If he just marks, different story. He comes through!
Let's go!
Yeah, pocket 7-10.
Clean. 2-time champion. Russo! With the grin.
Yes, sir. Way to take it in.
If the High Rollers win this game, it's over. They're Elias Cup champions for the first time. Smallwood! No. And he cleans that up. High Rollers champion with his teammate on the High Rollers, Sean Rash, in 2019. 4th at the Tournament of Champions the last 2 years. Goal goal!
We're going to get this done. Come on.
Don't get too jacked.
That's why these managers, they're Hall of Famers. So many years of experience. Prater strikes.
Prather's solid all evening. Only 2 non-strikes.
He wants this bad. He's tired of losing to the Lumberjacks. Talked about 2020, how close they came. Tonight could be his night. big.
That ball wiggled as it was trying to come around the corner and came in late.
Halfway through, the high rollers can smell it. They can sense it. They can take. Not Fanta Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler with you. Who's going to be hoisting that cup? Rash is a machine.
Make it 31.
If there has been a constant bright spot for Portland, it's him.
For 2 straight years in the finals, Graham Faw has not missed.
Johnson, wow!
You like that, baby? You like that? Oh, yes, sir!
41 pin deficit. Look at the max scores.
Quintero. Nope. Quintero out here. The fact is, at the number 2 spot, they just have not had enough.
I mean, when you're subbing halfway through a game, that's not a good sign, right? High Rollers 1 game away from capturing the Elias Cup.
Russo.
Hard, baby!
Boom.
Hard!
Ninja Turtle.
Great shot.
In Portland.
Come on, baby! All hard. Let's go.
On a night they thought could be their redemption.
Doesn't need it now.
Nope.
Mattered that way, but still.
The High Rollers are going to win the Elias Cup for the first time.
Roster with great draft picks, with key pieces back. They lost in 2020 to Portland. Tonight, it's jackpot for Las Vegas.
What are you talking about?
The High Rollers are Elias Cup champs for the first time ever. The satisfying moment of the match is sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers. For Vegas, it'll be a celebration all night. When isn't it? Leading the way. Prather threw a strike while we were showing you some of the emotion. Andrew Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely spectacular. Now he'll give Larson the opportunity here, a guy who they said all season long was so vital to what they do, what they mean. Thomas Larson, very talented as well. And a smile for him and a celebration for the High Rollers. They own the regular season. They own the Lumberjacks twice. And tonight, they are Elias Cup champions. Kimberly Pressler with Commissioner Tom Clark for the presentation.
Tom, would you please do the honor of the trophy presentation?
Well, first of all, what a beautiful way to watch Wes finish out that game. He's been such a legend in this league. But the Las Vegas High Rollers were the best team all year, Amleto as manager. And to come into this environment and face it down and win like this was incredible bowling, incredible match. Amleto, the Elias Cup. Congratulations.
If you made it this far into the video, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you can hopefully see another video of mine sometime in the future. Alright, goodbye.